Welcome, everybody, to Delve & Dash, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. Before we get started, I do want to throw out a couple quick shout-outs to all of our sponsors and supporters here at Proficiency Bonus. First, I'd like to thank Twitch Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our good friends over at Little Dragon Corp for all of their ongoing support. If you type in !Little Dragon in the chat box in Twitch, you will get a quick link to where you can click on their storefront. Team MZ. For those of you who don't know who Team MZ is, you can visit them on Twitter. They are kind of like a online small streamer community that helps to support one another through sharing their content with one another. Visit Team MZ on Twitter. You can type in !Little Dragon, get that quick link. You can go to their storefront, order some really cool dice, and you can use the coupon code PROBONUS to get 10% off of your order. Thank you, Stumpy. I appreciate that. He got it in the chat. You win D&D this evening. Jamie, that's cool. That's for you.
I'm happy. I'm real happy.
Does that just mean he automatically fails or succeeds on everything?
Yeah. I will keep this in mind whenever
I can't fail.
Whenever I'm creating difficulty classes for your checks tonight.
Right.
So, just a quick recap for those of you who missed last week's episode. Our adventure started heading north, guarding a caravan of construction materials for the high road that connects Neverwinter and Waterdeep. After about 9 days of travel, Jamna showed up again. So Jamna is back with you guys once again. And some lizard folk jumped the caravan. You guys were easily able to put that excursion to an end. And you made your way to the Karnath Roadhouse, which is basically the supply hub for all these construction workers and all their materials. So that's where we're at now, as you guys are discovering that they're unloading a lot of the materials out of the wagons. Shard, you have just made your way back down, and you are rejoining Zin, Dusk, and Tonum with all the food that you've gathered from them upstairs from the chef. The adventure is yours, folks.
I'll pass some plates around. People accept me.
Yeah, thank you.
I bought some for Franklin.
Well, I'm sure when he shows back up, he'll graciously take it.
Yeah, thanks.
He's just gonna eat swamp lettuce, you know.
Probably.
Yeah, that's probable.
I haven't seen him eat anything else the whole time.
No. Yeah, well, I don't think I have either.
You've eaten things other than swamp lettuce.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you meant...
I was saying, no, I don't think I have
Okay.
seen him either. Yes.
It's been a long day. I was like, you've eaten things other than swamp. I don't think you've eaten any swamp lettuce.
Nope.
Because that stuff's nasty.
So, Shard, how is it inside the building?
Oh, not much to talk about, but Server said that he hears noises when a shipment is dropped off in the room that gets locked.
Well, I kind of got a good look at that key, so I think we might be able to get in.
You need to get the key.
I have the key.
You stole the key.
I saw the key.
He's very useful at certain tasks like that.
It's kind of my best feature. That's
You can recreate a key from memory.
you could say it's one of my class features. You know?
This
Oh god.
easier.
I can create a lot of things as long as it's within like 3 foot by 3 foot, I think. Yeah. 3 by 3 by 3, and weighs no more than 10 pounds.
I'm gonna just look around and see if is anyone watching us or paying attention to our little group.
Make a perception check.
That's not terrible, but not great. 16.
Well, it seems like everybody's really busy unloading materials. Once one wagon is unloaded, the other wagon goes out to wait outside. It looks like a lot of the horses, after they're done being unloaded and parked outside, they're bringing those horses back in to be stabled up. In the back of this this open area, there's a stable that you can see the two open double doors back there in the back where young boys are kind of taking the horses from the basically the caravan workers and just pulling them back into the stables. You do notice the half-orc gentleman who's been walking around kind of with a clipboard of parchment and walking around kind of the one that Zin had saw with the key. He's going back into what looks to be a large storeroom in the back, and a couple other people, and he's kind of directing traffic back there. And you guys know Franklin's in there somewhere. You're not really sure where he is or what he's doing, but you saw him kind of crawl in that direction. One thing you do notice, Shard, is like the door to that warehouse area is still open, where you can catch a glimpse of him every once in a while. It seems like a lot of like the food supplies and stuff are just going into this warehouse area, and it looks like he's ushering the contraband from those cultist wagons, pointing into the distance into a different location in the room, but you can't see because you're just looking in through the doors.
So to be clear, the warehouse area is not the locked room. It's where like the construction supplies are going.
Yeah, it seems to be. It looks like a large room from what you can see, but it has a normal sized door. It doesn't necessarily look like construction supplies are going there, but some of the smaller bits that has to stay out of weather goes in there.
Okay. So the cultists are separating their cargo.
From what you can tell, it seems as if they are.
Hmm. And is it clear where the rest of the stuff is going?
From where you're standing, you can't really see. It seems like he's pointing them into another location of the room, and then they disappear out of what you would have to be in the room to be able to see where it's going.
How many people are around?
There's quite a bit right now. It's kind of like, imagine like 2 or 3 carts parked in here with a whole crew like unloading them.
I cannot turn into a spider, so I'll eat my food.
Okay.
So I figured maybe tonight, if the business like dies down a little bit at nighttime, maybe we could sneak in and get a look at what is going on inside the warehouse with Zen's key. If it's locked, we don't know if it's even for that door, but
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work out.
Okay. So you guys going to wait for Franklin to...
yes, if he comes back.
Okay. You wait for a little while. I think he can stay a small spider for like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, something like that. So I'd say you probably like standing around with your empty plates in your hand for probably about another hour, just kind of watching these carts be unloaded. Eventually some people start shooting you dirty looks because you're just kind of standing around.
Tonim gives them a dirty look right back. While he was in Waterdeep, obviously I wasn't around for that part, but if he could have picked up a set of like noble looking clothing, he's realized that having that as a possibility is use.
Okay, do me a favor, Ani, if you could go to your player's handbook, and I think there's like noble clothes in the player's handbook. under
Mhm.
equipment. Just whatever price that is, just go ahead and you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have done that.
Yep.
Perfect. Eventually, appearing next to all of you is Franklin. Kind of seemingly out
Hey,
of nowhere.
Frank.
It looks like he just like walked around a cart and he was there, but you guys know by now that he just became himself again.
I will hand him the portion of food that did not contain meat.
Oh, thank you. He basically takes it and just throws it all into his mouth at once. Not as good
He
as
eats other
my
things. Who knew?
swamp lettuce, but it will do.
I'm really surprised. I'm surprised he even ate it, honestly.
hmm
Did you see anything interesting, Franklin, when you were gone?
They're taking all the cultist crates into a locked room. Inside that room, and he points to the like warehouse area.
There's a locked room inside of there, or that is the locked room?
There's another room inside that room.
Who has that key?
I don't know.
All right.
I think it might be the key that you saw, then.
I don't
If
think
it's
that
not,
key would
we
work
can- I'm
on
sure
both
we can-
doors.
Well, I don't think so either, but maybe it will. I don't know until we try.
Maybe. Yeah, we can. I mean, if we knew who it was, I could like try to see that key too.
The half orc is painting some things on the sides of their crates.
Like what?
It looks like 5 lines.
Can you draw it for us?
Sure. Where would you like me to draw it?
I'll pull out a notebook and pencil, pen, quill, whatever this one is,
Okay, okay.
and hand it to him.
He grabs it. I don't know what his performance skill is, but here you go. I'm just gonna roll.
It's
really
probably
quick.
not the best.
Yeah, it's iffy. So imagine this, Ani. Imagine the Monster Energy drink logo
Okay,
with 2 more lines on each side.
Okay.
so just 5 lines going down.
Kind of looks like
Oh,
a
okay.
five claw marks, like coming down really quick. It's kind of what it looks like to you. Here it is. This is what I saw.
Do I recognize it at all?
Make a history check.
Could I also see if I
Actually,
recognize
You can
it?
choose either history or religion, whichever you would like to use.
Can I see if I recognize it too?
Sure, anybody who'd like to make a check can. History or religion?
Got a 19.
19, history or religion?
History.
History.
Way better at history.
That's a 15 for me.
15 for you.
17 for me.
17 for you. Shard,
Also- it was also
are you taking
history.
a check on this?
Mine would be history as well.
7.
7. Shard, it's probably confusing to you. You probably you might have seen a more a refined version of this. Those of you that rolled basically the high numbers, the rest of you, you guys will kind of put together that this is a symbol that's vaguely referring to the god Tiamat,
Joy.
a evil 5-headed dragon deity. And this symbol started coming up with this is the symbol that people who are very, I'm not going to say illiterate, but people who don't know how to actually draw the real symbol of Tiamat, they do it this way.
Okay.
I mean, wait, hold on. Why would we go in there to see what's in the chests if we already know what's in the chests?
You
We don't
hear
know if
you feel
there's-
somebody bump you in the rear ends in, and she looks right up at you as you jam it. Find out where it's going, you idiot.
Where the hell did you come from?
I've been here the whole time.
We need to be more aware of our surroundings. That could have been anyone. That could have been one of the cultists themselves. Just chilling.
You're getting better, Gemna.
You know, I had to up my game a little bit after last time.
Makes sense.
Yes, maybe they have like a written like
Manifest.
manifest of where it's going, or
Okay,
Things like
here's
that,
another plan.
so-
I know you guys love when I come up with plans. Here's one. Ready?
yes, we do.
Jamna
We go in there.
just looks up and said, "This ought to be good."
We don't know where they're going, right?
Right.
So we go in there. What if we hide in boxes? Like we find some empty boxes, put them over with the other stuff, mark them with 5 stripes. Bada bing, bada boom. We're on the cart with them. We're going where we gotta go.
That's a bad idea.
What
He
what
might
happens when
be
we get
a
to
bit
the
more
location?
heavy than their typical box.
Also, food and water.
I
Yes.
And relieving oneself.
don't think I'll be able to fit in a box.
I mean, can't you like turn into a box?
No, only animals.
I mean, you turn into other things, so I figured maybe you could turn into a box. I don't know. It was an idea.
There is a type of turtle called a box.
I mean, if they're doing
That's
things,
true.
if they're doing things here,
They're
presumably
normally
I
small
was,
though.
Distant relatives.
I was only saying that specifically because it sounded like they were doing things here with the boxes. So if we were in the boxes, we could get in, and then I mean, I guess we would have to kill people, and I guess that's not really on the radar right now.
We already have one key. We
Yes.
might be able to get through the other door by other means.
That's true.
Or I could find out who has the other key.
All I have to do is see the other key.
I don't know if going around asking that kind of information is the smartest move. If you think you can do it without being suspicious, sure. Just don't think letting people know that we're searching for a key to a locked door in your warehouse is the
Don't
best
worry,
idea.
I will not reveal that it has anything. I have my ways.
Okay. Sure.
When were we supposed to get paid for this journey?
I think we already,
we
we
got
already got
here.
paid, right?
Oh, did we? What did we get?
I think, right? It was when we got here, right? I'm pretty
Right,
sure.
Michael? They
Yeah,
they
I
had paid us for that trip.
I think they did pay you up front for the heading
Yeah.
up here, and I think they were going to pay you when you got back for the
was-
return journey. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It
It's
was
been a few
it was 2 gold a day.
2 gold a day.
I know that.
And there were 9 days travel. So
Yeah.
what is that? 18?
18.
18 gold. Yeah,
18.
you can add that to your. You guys would have received that upon arrival.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Who owns this tavern?
Are you asking that out of character or to the group?
Yes.
Okay. From what you guys have gathered, the High Road Chartering Company owns it. From what you know, they're basically who hired you to guard the shipment of their workers and materials for construction of this road to help to carve it through this swampy mere that seems to be taking over the place.
Is there any, or would I know of any rumors? Is there any of them being at all corrupt?
Go ahead and make a history check.
What is it? 13 plus 3.
13 plus
16.
3. specifically, no, but you don't doubt that somebody could be.
Okay. Just thinking about what angle to go with this.
Mhm.
Is it possible to locate the head of the company that is at this location, like overseer for this location?
From everything that your indication is that half orc seems to be in charge here.
Okay.
The other person that you guys know is somewhat in charge is the individual. His name's not here. I know it's right here. Let me grab it really quick if I can. I think it's like Aldred something was the guy's name who was in charge of the guards who were going along the caravan.
Okay.
And that's right, yeah, Ardred.
Did he seem at all
Yeah.
shady?
Go ahead and make an insight check on him.
That is a natural 20.
Natural 20. He seems to
Plus
be
5.
to you. He seems to be actually quite noble and honorable. He doesn't seem to be the kind that would probably take well to somebody bribing him.
Okay, good to know. Then I'm going to turn to Zin. You said you just need a glimpse of the key, correct?
I mean, yeah, I need to look at the key. I have an idea, but I need a lot of charcoal and a lot of incense.
Okay, you are my bodyguard, okay? Follow my lead.
I'm a pretty okay. I mean, all right.
Magic casters require different forms of protection.
As you
Never judge a book by its cover.
As you guys are having that conversation, you notice the half orc is starting to walk back out of that warehouse room, and it appears to be one of the other. You're not really sure workers. He could be a member of the cult. You're not really 100% sure. Walks up to him and you can hear the half orc respond, "Hey, Bruce, what you need?" Yeah, boss. I was just bringing you my belongings to be locked up." "Oh, yeah. Here." And he hands him the clipboard. "Make sure you write down exactly what you have. I'll make sure you get it back in the morning." And it seems like he's like writing something down. And the half-orc takes this kind of wrapped up. Looks like kind of like somebody took clothes and like wrapped it around something, or a bag or satchel, something like that. And he takes it back with the clipboard from this other guy. The other guy seems to disappear and then walk up some steps. And it seems like it's kind of like a hotel, how they have like 2 stories and there's more rooms up top that you guys can see from down here in the bottom. He goes upstairs, walks down a couple rooms, and then disappears behind a wooden door. And
As he's going up the stairs, can I send Vix after him?
sure. Is Vix trying to be stealthy or?
Yeah, Vix is being stealthy. He'll glide on over.
Okay.
I'll grab Dusk's arm and
Yes.
look through Vix's eyes.
Okay. Go and make a stealth
Okay,
check
so-
for Vix first.
All right. Here we go. All right. 16.
16. Okay. It's pretty stealthy. Sneaking along,
Straight
gliding
roll.
up. So you gliding up. Basically, he lands right on the railing on the top there. Kind of hides behind this, kind of the top of the pole that kind of sticks up above the railing. He's hiding behind it, like just looking. What exactly are you looking for?
This is the half orc, right?
No. This is the guy that handed him his stuff.
I want to go after the half orc.
Okay,
Sorry.
Yeah, the half orc
Oh,
turns
that's
around.
where we're going.
Half orc turns around and goes back into the warehouse. Do you want Vix to follow him in?
As far as he can get,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, he goes in. He hides behind a few crates and other, looks like barrels of water and other maybe ales and things like that. Settles himself down, and you're looking through the eyes of Vix right now.
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as the half orc takes the key that's attached to his belt, unlocks another door on the opposite side of the room.
I'm going to have Vix jump towards him
Okay.
to get close to the key.
Okay.
And if he starts to turn around, I'm gonna vamp him back to me.
Okay.
Isn't it the same key we already saw?
Yeah, but I get a way better look if I get right next to it.
Okay. So you're.
So I'm gonna get him as close to the key as possible, and before the guy notices,
I'm
I'm-
gonna keep
I'll-
your stealth check going. It's still
Okay.
doing good. You're sneaking up like
all right.
the sugar glider crawling across the floor, getting closer, getting closer. He unlocks the door. You get a good look at the key. Looks like there's only one key attached to his belt, and it looks like that same one that you got a good look at earlier.
Okay.
He opens it up, pushes the door open, disappears behind for a moment, and then it looks like you're about to see his shadow kind of starting to form in the door again, walking out.
I'm gonna have Vix climb on top of boxes.
Okay. He climbs on a few boxes.
Where's the clipboard?
It's still tucked under his arm.
And I'm assuming the papers are not outward.
No.
All right, I'll just snap him. He'll come back.
Okay.
He's back in my scarf.
Okay. Perfect.
I saw the key. We don't have to go talk to him. The key opens both doors.
Is there anything else around him you need to look at?
I mean, just boxes.
Very well.
I mean, the clipboard would be interesting. That's like the ledger, I think, probably.
I
But
mean, if we wanted to get a look at the clipboard, you could go and put some stuff up, see if that's a thing that we can all do, and then you
I'm
can
pretty
get a
sure
quick
what's
glance
on
at
the
it.
clipboard is in that room.
That's what I think too. But
If you want, I can get you near it, possibly to see it. I don't have to, but if you would be beneficial, I can do that.
I mean, yeah, we can do that. I didn't want
Okay.
you to feel like I didn't. I wanted to get a good look at the key. Really, that was just what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm cool with going to talk to him. I just
Okay.
wanted to look at the key. Really good this time. Now I have really strong.
So
idea.
either, if you would prefer, you can just, because you can see through your little squirrel's eyes, correct?
Yeah, that's
if
a
you
great.
like-
I'll put him on your shoulder. Yeah,
Yeah, then you don't even have to be there.
I like that idea. And then he'll just jump off, and be like, "Oh gosh." He
Or
likes
you
you
could
or
just
something.
Stay there.
Yeah, but if he jumps on the guy, just say, "Oh gosh, he must like you a lot." You know,
Please don't have him jump on.
I'll only jump on if I see the clipboard come out of his hands, and I need to get a better
I'm
look.
Going to attempt to have the clipboard in my hands.
Oh, all right.
Sitting on my shoulder would be adequate to see it.
All right, but like if you can't get it in your hands, that's option number 2. Plan number 2.
number 2.
Jamna's just sitting there, face palming right now, going.
You got anything better, Jamna?
I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to take my distance, and I'm going to watch it all unfold.
All right.
It ought to be quite entertaining.
Hey, hold out your hands real quick.
No,
Hold them out.
no.
I was gonna give you the key to get into the room, but never mind.
Okay, she holds both out.
It's too late now. You said no. It's not my problem.
Zen, go and take a point of DM's inspiration.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tanim will reach out for the sugar glider.
Oh, and I'm going to retcon something. Chris, take a point of DM's inspiration for leprechauns last time.
Oh yeah, that was
I
good.
think you actually did give me one.
Oh, did I? If I didn't, you
Not
you have
sure.
one, okay?
Cool. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Should think about if it's worth taking risks right now. If the cultists' caravan continues to move towards Waterdeep, you'll need a new excuse to follow them.
In my opinion, if they're going back to Waterdeep, they already dropped off what they needed, and they're going to go get more stuff.
No, not Waterdeep.
Neverwinter.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Neverwinter.
definitely.
Okay, we already have a plan for that.
Oh.
We're going back to my village if they ask.
I think we kind of just split off on our own, and if they see us, we're heading to Zen's village.
Yeah, we're going to
Hopefully they
Raven
don't see us.
Fury.
Theories as to what the noises at night are.
Is where the cook is that anywhere near where the storehouse is?
It was basically above the storehouse, right?
Oh, was it?
It's right above the warehouse
Okay.
and
Yeah.
storehouse. It is.
Okay.
The cook sleeps in that area. He said he hears these noises below him. It
I mean-
cannot be anything terribly loud. He did think it was rats, which I doubt.
It could just be that maybe there's some individuals that stay in that room overnight to guard it. It could be it.
Perhaps, but why would they not mostly be sleeping?
That's true, but I mean, if they have valuable things in that room, you want to keep it guarded at all times, I would assume. So
All right, Jamie's kind of confused at the painting of this picture. So the noises, are they coming from that locked room or are they coming from somewhere completely different?
They are either coming from the warehouse or the storeroom that is inside the warehouse.
The one that we're trying to get into
The
currently
one that you're trying to get
Yes.
into currently.
is adjoined to the cook's room.
The kitchen is on the second floor above it.
Okay, all right.
And
I'm here.
the cook said last time they have all the rooms designated for workers. He has to sleep in the kitchen, so he puts a bedroll out in the kitchen, and that's where he has to sleep. And he gets
yeah.
woken up at night from these noises that he said
Gotcha.
that he told Shard were rats.
Gotcha. Sorry.
It's all good.
Tonim is going to walk over towards the half-orc, looking as noble as possible.
Okay.
Vix glides over to you and climbs up on your shoulder.
Perfect.
Okay. Can I help you?
Yes, I had a question about possibly acquiring the use of a small portion of your storage facility.
You got items of personal value and effects you'd like me to store overnight?
I have a few things with me, but I also was wondering about a possible longer term contract.
Contract? Contract for what?
Storage.
Storage? We
Just
don't.
as-
I don't know. If you must be confused about something. We don't do any long-term storage here. at
No.
Cardano.
Just occasionally, my family has messengers and travelers passing through, and I would appreciate knowing that they had a safe place to store their effects overnight without many questions.
You see one of his eyebrows raise a little bit.
Paid in advance, of course.
How much we talking?
What do you charge for the average night?
Don't have much storage room in there, so it can't be a lot.
Would never be more than what one person could carry.
How many nights?
Say it'd be only a night per person, maybe pay in advance for, say, 10? As long as nothing negative happened in that time, setting out a,
Well, let's say I'm not totally rolling this out. Possibly, maybe for future endeavors. Right now is just not a really good time for this.
It is most likely that there would not be anyone coming through for at least a month. And you'd have the coin in your hand already.
So you just be paying me to secure this storage for the future?
Yes. My family requires discretion, and I appreciate having friends.
Make a persuasion check.
That is an 11.
11?
With a +7.
Oh!
Sweet. I forgot that I was good at that. That is 18.
He kind of looks around a bit, checking over his shoulder. I can do it for 10 a night. Paid up front.
Works for me. There will be no questions, correct?
No questions asked.
Who holds the key? I must know that they're trustworthy.
He looks down at his belt, then looks back at you.
That's the only one?
The only one that needs one. He smiles.
Very well. I do have a few items that if I could keep overnight tonight, I would appreciate it.
Sure,
Beyond
absolutely. We can't put any locks on the outer doors because it gets so frigid and cold because of the mirror that ice just forms on all the locks and eventually ends up damaging them when we try to open them up.
Mm. So there's an inner room then.
Yeah, I
That
have an
is
interlocked
secured.
storage room that's secure for all your personal effects. Can't be too careful with, looks all around at everybody that's here.
Of course not.
Never know.
And,
You never know who they're hiring down there in Waterdeep to build this road.
Of course. Many questionable characters come up this way, I'm sure. Especially with Neverwinter being farther north. And then Larkin, or whatever the name of that town is. The farther north one.
Tonum skipped geography that day.
It's more like a skip geography. So is it just he sort of motions to clipboard, write down what effects it is, and
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Then
Hand it over
just-
to me. I will make sure it gets put in the secure room, and I will retrieve it for you in the morning.
and what if, say, I need to leave quickly in the middle of the night, or is it solely available in the morning?
Well, we shouldn't have to leave early or middle of the night. Shouldn't be anything.
Just wondering about your procedures. I have no intention of leaving quickly. Don't worry. And he's going to pull out 2 old books that probably look like magic-y stuff, but really they're not. They're just 2 old books he's done reading. And
Cantrips for dummies.
and is going to hand them over and reach for the clipboard to write down what it is.
Okay, he grabs the personal effects, hands the clipboard and a quill over to you.
And he's going to write, like, in not super legible script, 2 magical books and then hand it back.
I'm looking.
Yeah, but
very.
he's like writing slowly but illegibly.
Okay, so you guys are looking fervently at this piece of paper on the clipboard.
Yep.
Yes.
It's hard to read. This person cannot write very well, and it looks like there's a lot of different other writings on there from other people putting personal effects in the storage. But there's several of them that look like they have numbers beside them, and then you recognize some of them that say Greenfields next to them. And
Wait, so everyone else has shitty handwriting? Then he's actually gonna write really, really fancily because he's playing up the novel.
perfect.
He just wants to be the opposite of what everyone
Yeah,
else is doing.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you guys remember right when you first had your meeting before Leosin sent you guys off, he said he came from the Greenfields.
Huh.
And there are several numbers. Like it'll say some numbers and then Greenfields and then some other numbers, and some of them have checks beside them.
after giving Vix as much time as possible to see it, he's gonna hand the clipboard back and just say, "You really should get an accountant. Makes your logs much more readable."
As long as I can read them, nothing much matters after that.
Fair enough. And Tanim will hand him gold.
Okay. He takes it happily.
I snap back to myself.
Okay.
And Tanim will then walk back to the group.
Okay.
Was that enough time?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to talk about it in private, honestly.
That's fair.
Retire the quarters or something.
Do we
I
have
don't
room?
think we have quarters.
Do we have any sort of quarters?
There are several rooms down here at the bottom, and it looks as if they are a couple open at the bottom, and there's some on the top floor that seem to be still open. It almost seems as if you can claim one. It does look like there's a lot of people that have to, like, you guys think you'll be okay for your whole party to take up a room, but it looks like other people who've traveled up here for construction work have to share rooms with other members. It's almost like, kind of like a college dorm kind of setup where they have to go in and there's multiple beds in one room.
What is is it so like dank and swampy around here that it would be highly impractical to pitch a tent outside?
You could. The ground is pretty damp, and from what you heard from the half orc, it seems like it get pretty cold at night. But it does seem like it'd be possible for you. They do let you know that they do close the main gate to the roadhouse at night. And they tell you they don't really post guards on the outside of the walls when it gets dark. So basically, if you go out there and camp, you're kind of on your own.
Are there any rooms on the bottom floor that have like windows?
Let me check. It doesn't appear so. Nope.
All right. I mean, I feel like we could still take a bottom floor room.
I think that's the best idea too.
I can like do some things to help with the getting out of there. You know.
How difficult would it be to get inside the gate from outside if it was closed and presumably locked or barred? Or...
It looks like, from what you can see, it does look like there's a wooden bar that it locks the inside. So it would be it'd be pretty difficult.
All right. I suppose
Without like a massive battering ram or something like that to get in here.
inside. I have no preference as to what room we take.
Okay. There looks like one available on kind of like the front, like where you guys
I'll take
approach from
that.
the road, and there's two available on it would be the western side.
The one on the front's closer to the exit, right?
It is, yes.
But which one is closer to the warehouse?
The one on the western side is closer to the warehouse. You can see right across the field to the door.
But do we have to go out that way?
I wish I had a picture of this to show you guys, because I'm looking right at it on the on my screen. Let me see if I can find a picture that doesn't give away.
Whoa! Hey, somebody zoom in on those paragraphs real quick.
Don't do it. Spoiler alert.
I saw a dungeon.
Okay. Let me see if I can get this close enough to where you guys can see it. Do you guys see the bottom floor is here?
Okay.
Okay. These are
Alright.
the rooms on the western side.
Okay.
These are the rooms to the front. Here's the main gate here. You guys came in. It's all open in here. And here's the room where they're putting all the stuff, the warehouse room, and then here's the bonus room that they're locking.
In my head, it's in the bonus, like the storage room's in a completely different place.
Basically,
Yeah,
the
it's inside.
second floor is just this balcony area that comes around. It has all these rooms around here. And then here's the kitchen kind of all by itself on top of those two rooms.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys starting to get the
Mm-hmm.
picture. And back here is the stables area where they're taking all the horses.
Okay.
Okay.
Give you an
That
I
idea.
think
makes-
the room by the gate is the best one.
Yeah.
The room by
I agree.
The gate.
the gate. Okay,
Hmm
so you guys want that front room? Okay, yeah, sure, not a problem.
I didn't think it was all in the same building. That's why
These are
My image was totally different in my head too.
These are very simply furnished rooms. Basically, all they carry are beds, like a small box that sits on the floor next to the bed to like set personal effects in. Although, from what you're seeing, people with any personal effects that are of any value, give them to the half-orc and he locks them up for the night.
I will not be doing that.
I guess we gather into the room, and when we're in the room, I'll close
Do
the
we-
door.
Is there enough room for us all to actually like use this as a room for the night?
What was that again?
Enough room? Is this room spacious enough that we could all like actually stay in one room?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are 4 beds in here. Franklin probably wouldn't use a bed. He would just probably lay on
Yeah.
the floor.
I don't also need a bed, but
I'll use a bed. I'll use 2 beds. I'm pretty tall.
I mean, I'll use a bed if no one else is, but I technically
Connor
don't need
was
one
taking
either.
a bed.
So plan is get some sleep early, wake up in middle of the night, and see if we can sneak in over there.
Yeah. Here's the clipboard. I'll conjure up the clipboard with all the writing on it.
Okay. There's a glowing clipboard in Zin's hand.
I'll pass it around.
Take a mental note of this.
What time is it right now?
I would say it's probably almost nightfall.
Okay.
You guys spent a lot of time here doing all this stuff, and Shard was able to get you guys your dinner.
Well, I think we should perhaps go to sleep.
Should someone stay up on watch?
Does the door open inward or outward?
Inward.
Well, if Franklin doesn't want a bed, he could always lay next to the door if we're afraid someone's going to try and sneak in.
I was more thinking about watching if anyone makes any movement.
I can sleep by the door.
Did you say the balcony was above the kitchen, or the kitchen was above the balcony?
The
No.
kitchen is
The same
above the
floor.
warehouse. The balcony is on the opposite side.
Of the kitchen?
Yeah. I'm gonna have this screenshot and sent to you guys. next
Okay.
time. But since we're not using Roll20, I can't show you the map. Okay. Floor
So they're on the
floor
same
2.
level.
Look. Here's the balcony over here and those other rooms. Okay.
Right,
Kitchen's over here. It has its own stairs that lead to it.
Okay.
So if you look over here
Okay.
on the bottom floor, there's these random steps right here on the bottom floor. That's what's leading to the balcony.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I can send Vix to sit on top of the railing.
Keep a watch.
Keep
Work.
watch up there.
And he'll be able to notify you if anything there's
He
movement.
could come back to me and smack me. I mean, he might have trouble getting past Franklin though, so that plan might not work.
He won't get in because I'll be on the floor.
Right.
I was thinking we should just try to wake up shortly after. Well, a little more than halfway through the. Try to get into
I
that
agree.
room.
Quick deviation from plan real fast. What happens if we get caught? We leave, we run.
I have a thought about that. What if we convince the chef to go leprechaun?
Oh, to go leprechaun hunting? Is that what you said?
I may have encouraged a possibility regarding the noises he heard, and if he goes in first, we don't get caught doing anything other than possibly pulling a prank.
Or he convinces us to go leprechaun hunting for him, therefore we have a legitimate reason to be in there.
I
That's
feel
what I
like
was
we're putting a
thinking.
person at risk
Maybe-
that doesn't need to be at risk. All right.
Legitimate
maybe-
is a strong word for leprechaun hunting.
Is Jamna in this room?
No, you look
I
at
would hope not. Wow, yeah, we put a letter in here.
She's not in there, no.
What if we give the key to Jamna and let Jamna take the fall?
Again, though, if that happens, I'm afraid that she's going to tell them we're also doing this.
Either way, I feel like tonight's the night where everybody finds out. Like,
Probably. I like the idea that Shard had. Not necessarily making the cook go with us, but we act like the cook, hired us to check
Yeah,
out the
exactly.
noises.
Yeah, no.
Here's my
the cook-
Even if,
only
he, even if he
issue.
didn't.
Here's my only issue. I have one major issue with this.
Mhm.
These guys are cultists, and last time somebody crossed them, they murdered them. Do you want this chef to die for no reason?
Well, oh. But everyone dies.
I mean, if you guys want to have, I'll do it. I don't care. I mean, like, I just wanted to bring that up. The fact he's gonna die.
I have a feeling
Why don't
they
we
wouldn't
just
do that.
say-
I think they have something worked out with this company, or at least the individual here, and they wouldn't go after a chef that was just trying to get rid of some rats.
The chef
Or
sleeps
leprechauns.
on the floor. I don't think the company sees him as valuable.
Poor chef.
Perhaps,
I feel like,
perhaps, we simply say, if we are caught, that we heard a rumor about Leprechaun.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't know if that's going to really help, but sure.
I think we are very good at convincing people.
I think worst comes to worst, we kill all the cultists.
are not smart.
I just want to tell you guys, I'm so happy how this is drawn out and how we're keeping leprechauns going throughout this whole thing. I think it's fantastic.
Okay, so plan is we get caught. We say it's we were looking for leprechauns because we heard a rumor,
Yeah, yeah.
and then more than like
totally,
we're fighting everybody anyways.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Okay,
That'll
we'll leave the
work.
chef out of it.
We'll be
Gotcha.
protected. Sure.
I
yeah.
definitely think we should just run at that point. I don't know if we should stay and fight everyone.
Yeah,
but-
like
We gotta get out of Dodge, you know? Just run.
Matthew in
That gate.
Matthew in chat says they're always after me, Lucky Charms.
We just gotta. We gotta worry about the gate. That's the
Maybe
biggest.
steal a few horses on the way out if we can. If not, let's not worry about it.
Yeah. On the door, are the hinges squeaky?
Are you gonna go test the hinges?
Yeah, like if we open the door, does it go like, you know, like,
To our room?
yeah, it's our room.
No, we would have
It-
noticed
it-
when
it-
we walked in.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if you open it rather quickly, it doesn't seem to squeak that much, but if you open it slowly, there's a little kind of rattle to it. Not exactly like a
Franklin.
high-pitched squeal or squeak to it, but...
Franklin, can you mend that so it doesn't do that?
Absolutely. And he walks over and he casts mending on the hinges. It's
Yep.
fixed.
Now is it squeaking?
Sweet.
No?
Nope,
It's good?
he
Perfect.
tests it out. Smooth as all get out. Don't hear a thing.
All right. Just wanted to make sure, somebody standing guard.
Yeah, it's definitely a smart idea. Yep.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go lay down and wait for this to go off.
Okay.
Sure, it'll be fine.
I think that.
So
Yep.
how
That's what I-
how long are you guys resting?
What you said? It's like evening.
Yeah, it's probably about, I would say, probably about 7 p.m. If you were to, yeah, right in.
6
3
hours.
We could do 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning,
If you want to do a long rest, you'd have to wait 8 hours. So whatever 8 hours from there.
3 in the morning.
So yeah, we'll do 8 hours.
8
and
hours.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So Franklin goes into his shell right on the inside of the door, and you guys all take your rest. You guys do hear some noises for about probably like the first 2 hours, so it's really hard to get to sleep. But everybody else is, you hear some people that might have had too much ale upstairs in the kitchen or kind of stumbling down the steps to get to their rooms and stuff like that. But other than that, after probably about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, things get really quiet. And then all of a sudden, you guys, the beds are shaken, and Franklin is standing up above all of you. It's time. Time to wake up. And he has swamp lettuce kind of hanging out of the side of his mouth.
I'll wake up, put my breastplate on, make sure all my stuff is packed up, just so that I could grab it real quick and throw it on if we have to run.
Okay.
Get some
I'm
basic.
just gonna carry all my stuff with me.
Yeah.
That's a better idea. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
So what would you guys like to do?
All right. I want to open the door and let Vix out for a second to go scout real fast.
Okay. Chris, you were saying something for Shard?
Yeah. As soon as we're ready to actually head towards the warehouse room,
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my race feature to cast Pass Out Trace,
Okay.
Okay.
so I can do it once a day.
Excellent.
Nice.
So, right now it seems like Vix and Shard are the only two sneaking right now, correct?
I would be
I-
sneaking.
yeah, well,
as
You
well,
guys
yeah.
all
start
gonna- you
moving.
guys all
Yeah,
gonna
as
go
soon
out?
as we start, as soon as we start moving, definitely trying to be as
I'm
quiet
gonna
as
be
possible.
like, hold on, let me look real quick.
Okay, go ahead and make Will. I always get confused about this with Pass Without a Trace. If Shard casts a spell and Vix is near him, he gets the 10 bonus. But if he leaves out of the 30-foot range of Shard, does that negate?
He doesn't get
He
it.
doesn't get it anymore? Okay.
Right.
No
Nope.
double check about the rules on that, because I always mess up those rules. So basically, 10, 20, 30. Vix could get to the upper railing. He could also get probably about halfway across the yard to the door without losing that bonus. Zin.
Yeah, he'll go halfway across.
Okay.
Actually, he'll go up to the railing
Okay.
so he can get a bird's eye view.
Okay, perfect. And looking across,
Yeah.
you see no movement. You hear no sounds other than the sounds of distant swamp life. You hear frogs in the distance,
I'm a roll stealth for him. Just
crickets, all kinds of different insects. Yeah.
oh god, he's so good. He's got a 28. He's
Oh yeah,
fine.
yeah, he's fine. He's hiding very well. But everything seems to be still. No motion, no movement, no sounds coming from inside these main walls of the Carnouth Roadhouse.
Does he smell anything? He has good smell.
He does smell leftovers from dinner, and things of that nature, but nothing that would strike him as out of the ordinary.
All right,
He definitely
I'm
smells a
gonna-
lot of
yeah.
people who haven't bathed in a while.
All right, we're good. There's no movement. Lots of dirty smelling people, but no movement.
Oh yeah, try chat's. They're tripping out about my Mountain Dew can with my green screen because it looks like I'm drinking nothing on
Oh
stream.
gosh, that's really neat. That's awesome.
Every time I hold up, you can see the backdrop.
You can see the Mountain Dew and the silver on the top and bottom of the can.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll let everybody know, and I'll like wave that we can go now.
Okay.
Cool. Stealth mode.
Stealth mode, guys. Everybody a stealth check as you guys are sneaking across the main grounds to the warehouse door.
I have a 21, including the 10 for Pass Without Trace.
Let me see if I can find
15.
some good sneaky music.
Is that a 15
the plus
including the
10?
pass without trace?
Yeah,
Oh
Okay.
God.
I'm a wizard with a +0.
I have a +1 is all. Yeah.
Total is 36.
34.
34. Nice. What was yours again, Zen?
15.
15. Okay. You guys are sneaking across. It's muddy through here. So you guys can hear sometimes Zin's feet do that sucking noise that of mud like sticking to the bottom of his feet.
If that happens, I'm gonna conjure pillows under my feet.
Okay.
Every time I take a step, I conjure another pillow.
No.
Thematically,
Nice.
the racial feature that lets me cast pass the pass without trace is meld into stone.
Yeah.
So it's like the earth beneath our feet is literally just not.
Oh, yeah. Nothing reacts. So yeah, you wouldn't have suction
Okay.
cups. So that would definitely help you. Very
Okay.
very good, Chris. Nice. So you guys are moving across. You reach the door. The door of the warehouse is closed, but you notice there is no lock.
Oh.
Franklin, would you want to cast Mending to make sure it's silent?
Also, I think we should make sure it's not trapped.
Sure. I can mend these hinges. And he immediately casts mending on all the hinges. They
I will
look brand
investigate
new. Like,
the trap.
okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah, 15.
15 doesn't appear to be trapped.
I'm leaving Vix on the railing, and if Vix sees somebody coming, Vix is gonna glide to me.
Okay.
I will see if the door is locked.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. We know it's not.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
door doesn't appear to be
So
locked.
you did say lock
There's
the
no
outer door.
lock on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no lock.
I pull it open.
It,
And I go
it
inside.
opens nice and quietly because of the mending. And you guys head inside. And it's
We look before we go inside. Hold on.
Okay, you look. It's dark.
Just open the door and walk into 5 people.
It's dark
like,
inside. Who doesn't have dark vision? Anybody not have dark vision?
I don't think I have it.
Zin, it's kind of like looking into a very dark room. You can see things are piled up because of the natural light coming in from outside, but it's a dark room.
Franklin doesn't have it, and I'm pretty sure either. So
No, I don't think Tortles do.
I do.
All right.
I do. I specifically made a character that did because I was sick of not having it from last time.
That's it.
I will whisper to Shard. I think maybe I should go first. As I peek inside the room since I can see. And I'll continue in.
All right, Dusk, you head into the room quietly. You can see there's looks like a lot of food supplies, perishables, things. Basically, you see everything that they could not afford to get wet is in this room. Things piled up, large piles of things everywhere. And you also see the door to that other chamber.
Is there any light coming from underneath the door?
There is no light coming from underneath the door. No.
I will go back and say, all right, everybody grab on that they can't see, and we'll do like a little conga line over to the other door.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll get Zen to be the one right behind me so he can hand me the key.
I'm gonna, before that happens, just press my ear to the door and try and listen. Everything might be inside.
The door inside? So you're sneaking up onto the door inside and gonna put your... Yeah, okay. You can go ahead.
Yeah, the door to the...
Yeah, make a
The locked
make a perception check.
Not good. 11.
Can I assist in any way?
You can make it with advantage, as you're really not under any as far as you guys can tell, you're under no pressure right now. It doesn't seem like anybody's awake or watching you or following you. You've got the sugar glider out there on alert.
Cool. I guess how exactly are you assisting me? It's just like repositioning.
It just gives you, yeah. Well,
the door's here.
Yeah.
So that's a 25.
25. So basically, how she's assisting you is the others behind you were kind of whispering and making it so you couldn't hear, and he just turns around and goes, "Shh, hush." Just gets
Actually, no, in their head, I just to both of them go, quiet.
That's it. It's quiet. So everybody's
So in their head.
Franklin just goes, okay. And as you're listening, you hear nothing. Still and quiet.
Well, I
When you say
conjure a
I hear
little glowing key.
nothing, do you mean nothing of note, or when I press me to the door like that, you hears literally nothing?
You hear what it would sound like if you pressed your ear along the door and there was nothing going on the inside of that door.
Okay.
Nothing of note.
I can still like. Okay.
The key
I will
is
check this
glowing dim light out 5 feet.
Oh, perfect.
Cool.
Before I open the door, though,
Okay.
I'm gonna check for traps this time. Also.
Okay, you can
Let's
make
make sure
an
this door's not trapped.
investigation check for me.
All right. Well, that's not good. 7.
Doesn't look like it's trapped. Just looks like it's locked.
Cool.
Can I? Oh shit! I already did it. So basically, what happens is I start looking for traps, and I just like bonk my head right into his, and
Yeah, you guys hit each other's head.
because I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4 also.
Well, I rolled a 1. It's a net 4.
Oh, gotcha.
After getting over that first initial impact from your foreheads, you both come to the consensus that the door doesn't appear to be trapped.
Go right on to using the key to open the door.
All right.
Trapped the whole time.
I plug the key into the door.
It goes in.
I unlock the door.
You unlock the door. You hear a click. It unlocks the door.
Franklin,
Nope.
do the thing on the hinges again.
Okay, coming right up. He mends the door hinges once again.
It's a good thing that's a cantrip.
Now we open the door.
Okay. You guys open the door. It opens nice and smooth and quiet. And inside you see a smaller chamber with many crates stacked up in different corners of the room, all painted red with that symbol that Franklin drew for you. And there's a couple things on another box that looks like personal effects from other people that might be staying here.
We did shut the first door behind us, right?
I'm assuming
should
so.
have.
I don't think
Yeah,
we
we
would have just
definitely
left
should
it open.
Yeah, but no one actually said it, so just want to make sure, like,
Yeah.
that's done.
I'll get it.
Oh, gosh.
Franklin goes and closes the door.
Cool. I'm going to.
Now it's really dark
Just-
in that room because all the natural light from out there is no longer in that room, so it's like pitch black.
Oh, I'll light a torch.
Gonna light a torch.
Yeah, now that we're in here,
Okay.
nobody else
Yeah,
is
in
in
the
here.
second room.
Yeah.
So he Zin takes the time using your how are you lighting your torch? Are you using a tinderbox or
Yeah, I have one in my explorer's pack.
okay, fires up a torch. So now you guys can see all throughout the room. Definitely several crates in this room.
I want to look for any kind of like papers, like any kind of like documentation, basically,
Okay.
or if there's like any kind of like maybe secrets in this room, like maybe a secret underground thing.
Is there,
Yeah, I
is,
want to look for secret doors or
So-
something.
is everybody doing that? You guys can all
I
make
would
if
like.
I'm gonna try and sneak around the room as quietly as I can and just make absolutely sure that no one's in here.
okay. You make perception check then, Shard. What were you gonna do, Tom?
Yeah, I was going to be doing the same thing actually.
Okay, you guys both do perception, and the other two do investigation. Okay.
I have a 16.
Still not very good.
I have 22.
13.
13. What'd you have, Dusk?
11.
11. Okay. Walking around the room, there's definitely not a sign of life in here at all. It doesn't look like there's anyone in here or any sign of anyone in here, to be honest. Zin, you're kind of looking
Hi.
around. And then you and Dusk kind of end up like looking around the same area. On the southeastern side, you just slightly move a couple of these crates just for a moment. One of the crates looks like it's nailed to the floor. Like you can see
I wanna
how it looks
open
like,
the
you know
crate.
how you toenail nails in like crooked to make sure that they can
Diagonally?
Yeah.
It looks like somebody toenailed one of these crates to the floor.
Can we open the crate? Is it locked?
The crate itself?
Yeah.
You go to open the crate and it's almost as if like the floor underneath it is trying to pick up.
Can we push the crate?
Like
Does it lift the whole floor?
yeah, when you push
Is it
it,
like a-
you push it, it opens a door. And you,
Oh wow. Okay.
and this whole doorway opens up and there is what looks to be kind of like a carved out area in the ground underneath. It goes down into what looks like kind of like marshy, wet, almost the equivalent of like a sewer, but it looks like it's been dug out. It's like an underground tunnel.
I had a feeling that they would have something like this. How far of a drop is it? Can we tell? Or is there a ladder, I'm assuming, that goes down?
There's no ladder. With your perception checks, you can see it looks like there is something like laying on the ground down there. It may be like a makeshift ladder that is put up and down. But it looks like probably only about an 8 to 10 foot drop, maybe?
Since I'm like 7 feet tall, can I just kind of like hang on to the ledge and like lower myself down and then just let go? That's like a 3-foot drop. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of like lower yourself
Alright.
down and you let go about 3 feet drop and you feel your feet kind of sink into this nasty, watery, wet mud.
All right. I'll like lift the. Is it a ladder? Is it actually a ladder down
Yeah,
here?
it looks like a very crude ladder that's been put together. It looks like it's just been lashed together with some rope and twine. Very
All right. I mean, I'll
simply
lift that.
Okay. You lift it up, attach it to the top.
Hmm.
There's a ladder descending down to where Zin is. Now, it basically is from the knees down, is covered in nasty mud.
If everybody hasn't noticed it already, I'll wave them over or like over here kind of thing. So
I'll also
everybody
get them to
knows
like
what we're doing.
hand my torch down.
Yeah, I'll hand it down to them.
We should. Has Franklin come back, or is he?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm right here.
Can we lock the door behind it?
Was there another lock on the inside of the door?
Unfortunately, there's not.
Is there a
Here.
crack under the door?
Give me
is.
give me the key. Give me the key.
All right. I'll like toss my key up.
I will cast Mage Hand and have my hand holding the key outside the door, close the door, have the Mage Hand us in.
Nice. You hear the door lock on the other side. How's the
And
mage?
then-
And then Mage Hand's just gonna slide the key under the door.
Yep.
Okay.
Right
And
back
then
under.
the key just
Good to
slides
go.
right back under the door.
Did you lock it?
Yep.
All right. I'll snap and make the key go away.
Okay. Key vanishes.
Does it look like from beneath this crate there's a way to pull it closed?
Yes. There's kind of
Okay.
like a makeshift rope latch kind of thing that
Okay.
is on the bottom.
Then I think we should all go and leave no trace of our coming.
I'll make
I agree.
I'll make Vix get within range of me and then bamf him to me.
Okay.
Assuming he can get within one. I think it's 100 feet. I don't know.
You
gotta
guys,
open this up.
already locked the door. Would you have done that before you locked the door?
I mean,
Because there's no
Hold
open
on.
space to where he can get to you. He'd fly right into the doors right now. Or glide right into the doors.
Hold
Well,
on.
as long
I,
as he gets within 30 feet, you can
Well, you
bamf
can
him,
bamf
right?
I don't know
right?
if it's 30 or. I have to check my spell.
Okay. Well, we can always retcon it if we need to. So you guys are all heading down.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down the ladder.
Climb down the ladder. Your feet are now covered in this cold, liquidy, wet mud.
I'll
It's-
wait until
it's
everyone's
100
down in
feet.
close march.
100 feet. Okay.
And then it can reappear within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you can do that. Tunham, anything else for you?
No, he'll climb down once everyone else is. He'll go last.
All right. And I think that'll be a good time for us to end our episode for the evening, as you guys have made it into seemingly a secret little chamber in the Carnath Roadhouse.